All right, and now the critical perspective, the final perspective that you will be doing. What I'm going to do here is essentially an example of the critical perspective, but also an example of the video presentation that I'm expecting from you as well, in addition to this. The video presentation, the software that I'm using is Zoom, so I'm not setting up a meeting, but I'm recording the meeting, and I'm having the opportunity. I can then share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's dive into the critical perspective of the Black Horse over Bamburgh. All right, so the Black Horse over Bamburgh, the critical perspective. The image that I selected for my visual analysis is my own personal copy of the Black Horse over Bamburgh, which is a print made from an original painting by British painter Mark Postlethwaite in 2015. Postlethwaite's original work was completed in acrylics, which is his preferred medium. And the print that I have, which is the image that we see in the bottom here, is number 20 of 30 artist proofs, which also bears his signature there. Only an additional 350 additional prints were made in this limited run of printing. Postlethwaite's work falls directly in line with aviation art. In fact, it's considered that his knowledge of art, history, and the technical elements of the aircraft themselves has seen him become one of the most highly regarded aviation artists today, placing him alongside many of the artists who he has considered as his inspirations himself. Inside the image of the Black Horse over Bamburgh are two key elements. Number one is the Spitfire, and the second is Bamburgh Castle. Briefly look at the Spitfire. The Spitfire is one of the most enduring and loved images of the British World War II effort, and has nearly reached a level of mythical standings in the hearts of the British people. And this did not take long, as images of Spitfires were frequently seen in British propaganda posters during the Second World War. Now, the Black Horse itself, seen in the bottom right, was a Spitfire that was purchased for the RAF by employees of the Lloyds Bank, and the name the Black Horse referencing the bank's long-time logo. The second symbol is Bamburgh Castle. It essentially provides a geographic location of where the scene is taking place. And this isn't the first time that these two symbols have been connected together. The first on the left, Enniskillen over Bamburgh, is a painting that Postlethwaite produced in the 1990s. And he says on his website that Enniskillen over Bamburgh has been one of his most requested images in prints for people to purchase. Only 850 of these prints were made, and once again, a limited run. So the Black Horse over Bamburgh was painted not as a substitute for the first, but a response to the popularity of the combination of these two symbols. Also an opportunity for Postlethwaite to look at another type of, another Spitfire, the Black Horse. Now, Bamburgh Castle is an image that's synonymous with the northeast of England, and castles themselves are symbolic of strength in defense, which is what I would argue is the overall theme of this painting: strength in defense. And there we have it. That's my critical perspective of this. Noticing it pulls from all of the different perspectives. If I wanted to go deeper into something else, I should have already done it. I should have already done it in one of the other perspectives. The critical is similar to a summary, but it is hitting on the highlights of everything that we have spoken about in the course of our analysis. So I expect you guys to do the same type of thing as I'm doing. We want to record our presentation, and we want to have some sort of visual aid that kind of goes along with it as well. And then you will be uploading that to YouTube. It's probably the best way of doing it, and then providing the link in the assignment submission. So once again, any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I look forward to seeing the rest of your visual analysis.